What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back for another one of my weekly Sunday discussion videos where we kind of talk about something that isn't necessarily within the realm of K-pop music itself, but this time we're going to talk about something that is related to the music, and that is, of course, the question that I asked myself at some point this week. I don't remember exactly when it went in the past week or two, and that is the group FX on the verge of disbanding? And I've got reasons to think that there are. I don't have any real strong opinion one way or another, whether I think that they are going to or that I actually believe that they are not. But considering factors and things that potentially have put the thought in my head as to why I even think that, and it's something that I think is reasonable to consider. So first off, the thing that now that I remember it, the thing that triggered the thought in my mind is seeing that, I believe it was that Victoria has got a solo release that is coming up very, very soon or sometime soon. And that's very, very interesting. Of course, Amber's had solo releases. Luna has had solo stuff in the past. And so so that's 3 of the 4 remaining members. Normally, you don't get all of the members of a group having solo releases unless the group's gonna disband. Honestly, though, I can't really even say that that actually hints towards anything solid, because I can't actually name any time in the past that you've had a bunch of members from a group start releasing solo music over the period of 2 years and then the group disbands. I haven't seen anything to indicate that that's actually. I haven't seen anything in the past indicate that it is actually a thing, but it is kind of interesting because, of course, that means that that those individual members are not focusing on producing music or participating in creating music for an upcoming group comeback, but they are instead working on their own personal careers, which is perfectly fine, and SM has a reason for it, and all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of an interesting thing to kind of consider. That I wasn't expecting that there was going to be another solo release from a different member of FX, so I'm kind of surprised that with the announcement of Victoria, I'm not all hooked into the news of FX like probably a lot of other people are. Probably somebody who's watching this video would be. So I had no idea that it would even be a thing that was coming. So it's interesting news, and that is the thing that kind of prompted the thought in my mind, are they about to disband? So other factors, of course, they slowly left the group, right? We already know that was 2 years ago. That normally is kind of the very first thing. Whenever a group loses a member, that's the very first moment towards their decline into ultimately disbanding as a group. And it's in general not really a very, very good thing to have that happen. Of course, I suppose that she wasn't necessarily a very good part of the team any longer, or whatever people want to say about her, whatever. Maybe it was actually a good thing in order to preserve FX as a group and their just, positive work environment and stuff like that. If there was any sort of any negative influence coming from her. But again, I don't specifically know that. I was not all up in that news. I don't care so much about being super informed about all of that drama. So it's also something to kind of consider. The third thing, which is I think really, really important in conjunction with the fourth thing that kind of makes me think that they might potentially be up for disbanding, is that they are well past their peak at this point in time. The last album that has sold over 1 million copies was Electric Shock. Pink Tape sold just over 900,000, which is pretty decent, but of course, considering Electric Shock, all their other albums were selling consistently 2 million. Yeah, they're not doing so hot. Red Light has got, 500,000, Four Walls just over 700,000. So their album sales are not as strong as they used to be, although they did rebound with Four Walls, which is good because Four Walls is good. Red Light is also good, but different and weird. So maybe that's the reason why it didn't particularly sell so well. So I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe, I mean, does SM actually really kind of care to continue working with a group that is, they're not selling horribly, but they're also not selling great, if that makes any sense? I mean, everything could definitely be better. And granted, I don't know specifically how all of these other numbers are with the time period that's being taken into consideration for these numbers. It could be like, you know, since it was released up until the present day. So, you know, just keep that in mind as well. But still, all of those album sale numbers do count towards, you know, the books when it comes to the accounting and the profitability of this group. So it is still kind of relevant. And third, or fourth, I should say, really, because the third thing is kind of tied into the fourth. And considering that their like official release debut was in 2010, they're nearing 7 years on their contract. Unless there's something that I don't specifically know about their contracts, which is definitely out there. So 7 years would put it at this year or next year when their contracts will be up for renegotiation or renewal, whatever you want to talk about. And who knows exactly how that's going to go. Anything could happen, you know? So it's very, very interesting. Maybe they've already renewed their contracts and I've just had my head in the sand when it comes to news regarding FX. It's certainly possible, but it's something that's interesting. So those are the things that are kind of pointing me towards, you know, or giving me the idea that it is a very, very real possibility that FX is going to disband somewhat soon. I don't really think one way or another that they will stay together or they will not, because honestly, this is all just taking information and then grasping at every single straw that I possibly can. So making wild claims and connections that are based off of zero factual evidence. So this is all conjecture, theory, not real, just putting out there like, what if, or is this actually a thing? And, you know, opening it up for you guys to kind of discuss and share your thoughts and opinions on this question. So that's really all that I've got. You know, that is the explanation for my answer to the question, is FX on the verge of disbanding? I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but at the same time, I don't necessarily think that they will. You know, I just don't have enough information or reason to believe one way or the other. So I'm going to ask you guys the question that is the title of this video. Is FX on the verge of disbanding? Or do you think that FX is on the verge of disbanding? Why or why not? Share your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Say yes, say no, give some feedback or give some explanation as to why you think the way that you do, and we can talk about it, because that's kind of really the main point of these videos, is to put out a discussion on a topic that is interesting, that is different, that's potentially a little deep and nuanced, and just kind of talk about it. Also to take the opportunity to step outside of the bounds of just the music itself, and potentially every once in a while talk about some, you know, news and stuff that's not necessarily about the music. So that's that. So leave your comments, get the discussion going down in the comments below, share your opinion, whatever it is. It doesn't matter if people are going to like it, if people are going to hate it. I want to see it because I appreciate it, and the information and the discussion is very, very valuable. Not to mention, the community that we're trying to build here is all about having that discussion, whether we agree or disagree with the people that are leaving comments down below, which is all about having a little bit of friendly and respectful discussion about what we think. So if that is a community that you're interested in becoming a part of, then please do consider clicking on the subscribe button down below. So with all that being said, that's going to be it for this weekly discussion topic. I will see you guys, of course, in my videos coming up throughout the rest of the week. Most importantly, I will see you next Sunday for another discussion video. So until then, thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you guys, of course, in the next videos, and that is going to be it for this video. So as always, I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.